I need to make sure. Is that coming through on the stream? You hear some strings. There should be some horns. Should have some Zimmer horns. Quietly. Even the horns? My legato violins are just really quiet. Hold on, let's try playing this and see what happens. Okay, so these need to be louder. I think these respond. They're legato patch. They do respond to expression. Okay, so that's where we are. There was a change I want to make. I'm curious if these horns get too loud. We'll see how long this lasts. Last time I think I was playing this, we were having a hard time with the high quality stream and the music. I may drop the... If we have a problem with that today, I might just drop the video quality on the stream. I won't drop the audio quality though. Alright, so this group of... Actually, what really needs to happen is this needs to be louder right here. If we say event viewer, expression, edit, select similar events, and we just raise them all like that, it should be okay. What happens at this track? I feel like this needs to... Da, da, da. Good, that's even the first note of the next phrase. No velocity. This drum needs to be louder. What patches are loaded? I got a Daiko. What about let's add, what is giant ancient dim? I don't recognize that patch name. Add. Ooh, there we go. That's good. Do I have a inflator on all of this? I do. Is this set to bright or dark? It is set to a very dark curve. I don't think I can chain inflators very easily, but let's try it. So pre-inflator. But I don't know if that's gonna chain through because there's another inflator later. Better! Edit, paste into the bud, get rid of all expression controllers. Select similar events. Well, I guess send a text message to my wife. Maybe, let me think about it for a second. Delete. So now we should have a I actually think that League of Legends uses the same drum samples. I was listening to it the other day while I was playing it. I was thinking, you know, that sounds just like Storm Drum's Daiko set. Yet. I don't like this. I don't like the way it stays doing that chunk 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 thing. So what it needs to do is after that it needs to just bottom out. So we should trigger that there. Who chats? Oh, somebody posted a link. Every time you guys post a link in the IRC, my little chat program goes, somebody mentioned you. You know what this needs? I know exactly what this needs here. I think it's called a bowl drum. I know it's a metallic percussion. Ethnic metals. I think what I want, actually bowl gong, that's what I think I want. Yeah, but with reverb and less of them. It's a weird sound. A little bit less. Actually, you know what? The attack needs to be a little bit less aggressive. There's a hissing. It doesn't sound good now because they're too loud. Give me just a second and they'll sound better. We'll also pan them all funny and it'll sound really interesting. So let's pan the bowl drums like this. Go back to 0 here so that I don't have to worry about it. So now we should hear a nice little like. I like that. It's cool. Okay, new stuff. I forgot I did this in 6.8. It's not really in 6.8. There we go. That's sounding good. Quantize to a 16th note. Does this sound like Mr. Pinder? I've never actually heard it. It would make sense. This is very pentatonic, and I imagine that whenever you need that like Eastern feel, you always go pentatonic because they like to use that pentatonic scale. This thing. So I'm using a minor one though. Let's use a melody from earlier. Let's use some economy of means. It's driving me crazy that there's that metronome sitting around in 6.8 when this is not in 6.8, but if I change it, it'll mess too many things up. Okay, I made a mistake there, and that's why the stuff cut out. note velocities all need to be all the way up. All the velocities. All of them. So in Hollywood strings, how hard you hit the note or its velocity controls how fast it gets into the notes. Like if I have at a high velocity, I can go really fast. If I'm at a low velocity, it kind of slides around. So you want to kind of choose your velocities wisely. Alright, so this should, yeah. And they need to overlap. Ooh, something was wrong about the quantization I did on this. What is wrong with the quantization there? That should work with a 16th note. Da, ba, 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 ba. And then when I do that, it should... Ba, 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 ba. This is gonna take a while. I gotta massage this little line to make it sound good. I don't want to have to double this, but I think I might have to. Here's the cure-all for offbeat string patches is to move them back a little bit. That should fix it. So like here I think a nice... Yeah, that sounds good. We need our sum. I hope this doesn't stop this from working. Staccato violas would sound good here. Sort of like haiku. Why a short patch needs to have 2,800 samples, I don't know, but We kind of need to figure out how action stuff is going to work first. If it's going to be triggered procedurally, or if I don't know. We're going to need to figure that out. I should load the close, but I don't know if I have the... I have to load the close because the other stuff is close loaded, and so it's all full and rich and loud. Little middle section with staccato strings. Then we can actually repeat this first section again to recapitulate everything. Something like that. Churning away. We had talked about doing that, the procedural mixing. I don't know if we're still doing that or what the deal is. I think right now we're trying to get other stuff worked on, so I don't know. Where we have like basically stems for each track, and there's like a battle version and a not battle version. They kind of dynamically fade in and out. That'd be really hard for me to do with the already built tracks, but maybe we could put a few in there that are like that. Yeah, as Bart says, there's just so many other things they're working on right now that I think that's a ways out. That's what I want. That's much fuller. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. That should work. Oop. Really? Really? Let's put that right there. Do some loops of that. Keep these two loops going the way they're going. I wish you could... I'm sure there's a way to. I don't like the fact that I have to redraw all my pan every time. It's annoying. I guess I could copy it. that to have that reinforced by staccato violin tunes. Staccato, let's go spiccato. I think that'll be good. Might be a little fast for this. I like the voiceover idea. Long ago. Oh, this is why it's doing that. Don't back up. Amazing, when you stop the backup, it is allowed to just stream from disk properly. Reference the Nova Kid music. Not really. Let's try this. Yeah, it's really close to the Nova Kid stuff, because the Nova Kid stuff is almost in the same scale. let's do this. Let's actually get the correct time signature here instead of using the wrong one. We're gonna make like a big. Yeah, see that inflator that I put on those drums is really starting to hurt us. Should really not have done that. Less pentatonic. Transition to that though. Then it could be Spanish all of a sudden for no reason. I know where it needs to go. I just need to figure out how to get there. Dun, 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 dun. Where are we at? We're at 259. So we definitely need a drum hit there. I know where this needs to go. I just need to figure out how to... The transition's not going to be that hard. I just need to figure out what it's got to be. I actually think I'm going to have to cello legato play it. I know that's really quiet. I don't have my expression controller with me right now either. to be a melody though, like a real melody. That's what it needs to be. Hold on, let me write that down. So A da da E G A E G A. To a C. It holds. No. Something like this. That's not the right. I didn't write it correctly, but that's okay. So it's gonna be something like that. That's so nice with chords under it. That'll sound nice. It'll be different too. Nice little middle section. Sort of A minor pentatonic-ish. Sort of drifting between A minor and A minor pentatonic. Oh, that's wrong. Da 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 da. That should be pretty easy. Totally change the chords there. I want to see what that sounds like with that actually being loud enough for us to hear. Where is my expression controller? I just want to hear what that sounds like. I actually don't know if that's going to work. I don't like the way the chords on this go. That's fine. Then C. Then E minor. This just needs to be shorter is really what it is. Good, that's easy to fix. Quantize that. Cut this back up into little pieces. Why are there notes that are keep? Ignore that. Undo that. There should not be notes overlapping. Oh, it's because I didn't quantize this part. Actually, it doesn't really matter. That's what it should be. That should just be an A and then a B. See, we're going to break the pentatonicism by having a B here. It's going to be interesting. I like that. Changes it up. Okay, so now we've got these. We can change the note velocities to make them be not all sliding around like that. Same thing here. All of these note velocities should be high. We'll decide whether we want to change it later. Now let's add some dynamics so that it doesn't sound terrible. It should crescendo through this note right here. So really we want this to be pretty even. I'm just improvising my way through them. Sometimes I plan them out. This chord progression is used a lot. I'm sort of stealing this from a lot of films. I like the slide here. Not that slow though. It needs to be a faster slide. Better. Now we gotta fix the dynamics on the cello. So here, this can be a little bit lower. A little horn choir. And less than measure. Ba-da-da! Actually, this should crescendo here and then get softer. Why is it not getting softer when the... It needs to get much softer. What? I think those horns are just too loud. The patch is just too loud. Oh, of course it's too loud. I have to fix it up later. And actually, we can probably just repeat what we have so far after that and call it good. I need to add a symbol though. Symbol roll. Symbol. All symbols. Hollywood Hall 4. It's gonna be too loud, that's okay. Where is it? Where is it? Actually, that's pretty well lined up. It just needs to be quieter. Not that quiet though. Louder, cymbal player. Chris wants to. That's funny. Hold on. Somebody just asked me if I want chicken or pork schnitzel, and I definitely want pork schnitzel. We're having opera nights with some of my friends. We're going to watch the Ring Cycle. And we're all making German food to go along with it. Because you can't watch Wagner. Anything but German food. Okay. I think Wagner would be mad if you watched it with something other than German food. I actually think that we can just repeat everything that we have done so far, and the piece will be 6 minutes and 30 seconds long, and I think it will be done. I do occasionally do repeats to do some recapitulation, repeat some themes, all that jazz. And I think what we'll do is repeat everything but that little 4/4 transition section. Hi, Ty. Hello. You want to woo for the internet? Oh, woo, woo, woo! Oh, oh, Good boy. Good boy. You wooed for the internet. That was good. And then he just leaves. That's just the symbol needs to line up. And this bass doesn't need to start from nothing. It doesn't need to be in niente. It can actually start at 67. That's probably fine. Because we want to have a nice boom. Actually, I could do this. Oop. And what we'll do is to make it different, because you never want to do the same thing exactly the same way. We'll have it start the drums a little early. Don't copy. I want them on the drums. Yada. That will be perfect. The chord progression is A minor, F major, C major, E minor. A minor, F major. It's normally you don't hear it like that. Normally you hear it as A minor, F major, C major, G. I mean, how many times have you heard that? You know, Chicken Run. But this one goes A minor, F major, C major. Instead of going to G, it goes to E minor. I really like it. It's nice. You know where I first heard that, actually? I'm sure it's been used before, but the first place I noticed it was in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It does that a lot. Split those notes that overlap, that's fine. Don't erase the automation data. Don't move. Get rid of this as well. Don't erase the automation data. And loop it. So now we don't have that weird. Except for so close, so close! So close, need to start there. And these guys here need to do some more wild panning. Because they sound best when they're like doing all this weird panning. We may play with their volume too, I think it's going to be too loud. I think the dogs are in the other room. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call, guys. I'll be right back. I'll play this while I'm gone. Yes, I know, you're ringing. Hello? Hello? Something like that might be nice. Oh, stop giving me that. System overload. Oh, that's the exact same thing that I played earlier with no problems. We're gonna do this to change this up. Yeah, it'll be 30 seconds, I think. That should be good. There's not enough reverb on something in that. It's that. Better. And now that's actually too loud. Kidding. I think I just like it with just the fade out. Good. So that's pretty much done. Cool. Cool. We'll have to fade that out a little more gracefully once we export it, but I can't export it while streaming. Okay, so let's call that one good, and let's open something else. Save. Close project. Alright, so I have started some stuff for Apex. So I need something, by the way, for my samples to stream off an SSD that's about... It needs to be about 800 gigabyte. Because I've been saving up, I'm about to get another 300 gig sample library. So it's... Okay, well, it's too bad. So yeah. Anyway. Let's try some Apex up. So this is very experimental at this point. I'm just kind of messing around with some ideas for Apex. This is not Apex music. This is not final. This is just some stuff. So we'll look at that in just a second. The kitty is doing well, although he's apparently annoyed that I'm moving around so much, so he left in a huff. You challenge me not to use my go-to strings, but they're my best ones. Actually, the Apex that I'm loading right here is all strings. I had this idea, so I was thinking about the Apex and how they're like, they talk about how they're like very evolved and cultured, but they're also very militaristic. So I wrote this like very, almost like sort of like what you would hear on like on a De Beers commercial, but with like percussion in the background and stuff. So we'll see if you like it. I don't know. I'm just trying to decide whether I like it or not. So it's lots and lots of staccato strings. I should probably change the name of the broadcast, but oh well. I actually have a jazz piece I was going to work on. A little jazzy. Maybe we'll do that too. Just for fun. It's not super jazzy. It's very light. I thought it might be nice. You know, I have never used Fruity Loops, ever. So I have no idea. I love Logic, though. I've always used it since I switched to the Mac. What? What are you barking about? Ty! Ty! What are you barking at? Come here. What are you barking at? Come bark in here. The people want to hear you bark again. Okay, I'm gonna make the noise so it's gonna be loud. Oh! 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 Good owl. Oh, and get your butt scratched and your belly rubbed. Everybody's happy. How's your little cut doing? You got a cut on. Look at this. This is disgusting. Look at that. Guess that's spring for you. Here. We'll skip the apex. Well... maybe we'll skip the apex for now. We'll do something a little... well... trying to decide whether this is almost done or just started loading. Let's do the little jazz piece. We'll abort this. Ty, stop it. What's up, dude? Why are you being all weird? Let's quit Logic. Let's work on the jazz piece. Kill the toy, Ty, kill the toy. Here's the little pseudo jazz thing I came up with the other day. Probably won't be that, if we use it in the game, we probably won't be that jazzy, but maybe we could do something with that theme. We could just use a little bit different chords. I like this part. Oh no! You lost the audio because this isn't doing this anymore. Now you should have it back. So, let's try that again. Something Phrygian. Or, what about something Dorian? Let's use that. Let's make it fast. 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. It's definitely a. That's that crystal one that we did. Let's do something in 5, because I really like 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it the same thing? I like that. That's cool. I was gonna do some Apex stuff, but I canceled the loading because the project load was gonna take too long. I'm kind of just messing around with some ideas right now. This isn't really for any specific race. This is kind of just some ideas. Let's make this instrument to a harp. Up high. This will be something like something like that. To come up with something. So we're going to have to listen to that Austin on a little bit, but I first what I got. Actually, down low might be good. I like it better up here. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2. That's good. Like, actually. But don't make it longer than the measure. I love 5s. I have a whole set of orchestra passacaglias in 5 that I love. Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do that a little earlier, I think. Actually, let's combine those two. Actually, that'll sound really nice. The harp is too loud right now, but we'll get that fixed. That's actually a really nice little ostinato of its own. What we need to do is have something that feels like so something like this. Actually, that was fine the way it was. Actually, instead of Glock, let's do a Celesta. There's no song on this soundtrack with Celesta yet. Celeste. I don't know why their built-in sample has so much noise at the top. I always have to do this. I don't know why I always have to go in and do that. I shouldn't have to do that. Whoa! That's not really good with marimba. Today is the 29th of May, 2013. This is a Starbound cue. This is like the third one we've done today, so let's see. I'll stop doing that stupid thing. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not very good. Yeah, da 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 da. I don't know why that's popping all funny. Ooh, that was good. That's like a, you know. Sure. It's still making that horrible hissing sound. Hi, Kitty. Are you saying you like the Celesta? Is that what you're saying, Kitty? Yeah? Come on up. 1, 2... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I'm getting that. Why am I getting this huge CPU spike? I think it's because the reverb on that's weird. amazing. And sometimes the convolution reverb in play is really annoying. Something like that. He is just a domestic shorthair. We're not sure what kind he is. He loves water. He's weird that way. I don't like that either. There's something here that is really good if I can just get it to work. I like the low celeste. Why is that peaking the CPU out? What if I turn the reverb off in play and do it as a audio unit plugin? So that's the chord progression. So D minor. There we go, that will sound pretty good. It might need to be moved down an octave. Still getting reverb problems. Why? We're in Space Designer now, which generally tends to be more. Okay, let us continue. Marimba. This can just, I guess if we don't make this for one of the races, we could just call it, we could just make it a ambient track like the others. We're not going to use that. We're going to use this because this can sound so cool. If I put it on, I love that they have such great presets in some of these. And show me there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1. One, two, three, four, five. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to be in 5 instead of in 4 with an extra beat. 1. Oops. 1. Why is the piano not? Ah, I hate that. We're very minimalist on this one. We're going to go with minimalist cellular development. Why is it something it doesn't have a sustain column? It does. Three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it really supposed to be in 3? 1 and 2 and 3 and yeah, it is. It's supposed to be in 3. Duh. And what we'll do is we'll actually have that be suddenly together on all of the instruments to have a nice weird little, not weird, but cool little unison part there. This is where the piano's going to need to be quieter. That celeste is going to need to be higher. Oop, that's a harp. Yeah, the clicking will go away. It's because Flash is eating too much CPU. That's why. It's okay. Ow. Thank you for that, Swift. I appreciate that. I was surprised the Glock is too loud? What a shocker. We'll quiet that clock down in just a second. We're going to try to do this in all just percussion instruments. Let's try that. Let's see if we can do that. There's a really cool instrument called... Where is it? I don't even remember what it's called. It's called a mallet. Is it the Illuminophone? I don't think this is right. Is it all like that? Here you go, 80-foot metal bridge. We could add a bridge to this. No, let's add... It's whale drum, that's what I want. I knew it started... I thought it started with a W. I know it sounds too loud now, but give me a second. Maybe not. Let's try a mallet waterphone. I think prepared piano might actually be really nice too. Just gotta find the part of it that's actually good. They don't have the pluck. Where's the pluck? Never mind. They don't have it. I thought they had the pluck. Go away. Let's go back to percussion. Look at that xylophone. That would work. It's always an option. We're probably gonna have to anyway. It has no reverb on it yet. Just called X. Sounds good on the xylophone is a little bit of delay. Simple filtered delay. Let's copy these space designers from the xylophone. That'll sound cool. I like it without the weird space designer. Let's try with the weird space designer. Yeah! We might add some pizzicato strings. Actually, just doubling the block would be perfect. Oops, don't copy Control Z. Edit, paste it. Original position. Yay! It's probably to transpose it. I do want to keep the delay, but I want it to be pretty delay. Okay, this is gonna sound weird when I first play it, and I'm gonna have to find a good one. But I want to find one that's kind of interesting. Jay Dodson, I don't really know how we're going to make this, how it's going to be in game. Right now, when I test it in game, I literally drop one cue into a specific folder, and I just get that one cue, and I just get to try it. So, I don't know how it's going to work in the original game, so who knows. So, I'm hoping we kind of segment it in kind of a logical way, but we'll work on it. We'll get there. That's kind of cool. That's got kind of like a Steve Reich kind of feel. Why are you changing the pitch? too low. Very classical. 5/7 chords. What if we just went straight to the A flat instead of trying to get there? Yeah, that would be okay. Go straight to the A flat. No. Except for the whole complete mess up at the end. What does that sound like? Fix that one problem. We're not going to repeat it this many times, but if the cellist suddenly came in right there, if we suddenly went back to 5/4, and the cellist came in at that D on the original piano part, we'll do something to make this transition easier or better. Yes, that sounds good. Okay, so we're going to double that on... I wonder what that would sound like on our new xylophone. It's got the weird delay. I don't like it as much as I thought I was going to. That's okay. You try it, you see if it works. I still don't know why that sounds like it's dropping a beat there. yeah, we're gonna work on this just a second. It's ready, and here we go. Nope, no, missed the beat. Tooth. This is like a triplet. Yes, that's exactly actually what I want. It's like on weird beats. It's gonna sound interesting with all the other stuff. Da! It needs to have a beat there, that's why. Da! No. I just want that pitch. And actually, what we'll do... Okay, we're not going to loop it, because what we're going to do is we're going to grab the same thing and have it suddenly start on B1 instead of B2. That's what we'll do. So the second time, we will grab all this and we will move it over to like that. And what does that sound like? Why does that have that weird... Oh, it doesn't need two of them. Okay, this will be cool. Watch this. Okay, drop that tube out there. Have the pan. We're going to mess with the pan again. We're going to do this. We're going to bring it to 0 like this. But we're also going to bring its volume up there like this so that it kind of rotates in. If you have headphones on, this should sound pretty interesting. It just needs to get louder faster, that's all. Actually, it needs to rotate in faster too. There it is! There we go! It should start over here and rotate in right here. Good. And we're not going to actually repeat those that many times. Really going to repeat those maybe twice. We were Danny Elfman, that's what we would do. I need to fix something on the piano real fast. Just a little. keep everything but the Glock and stuff going. Ty, what are you whining about? We need a new percussion instrument here. We need a new percussion instrument. Ty! Come on! What about... something like that. No, there's things I like about that and things that I absolutely hate about that. Yeah, at a correct volume, that'll sound good. And the problem with that is it's not in 5/4, but that's okay. We'll make it work. What, 32nd, I'm guessing? No, it's got triplets in it, I think. Make those 16ths. That's okay, because that's actually too long anyway. What is this? This is gonna sound so weird. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Here we go. And I like it. Okay. That was interesting. Sure. And that's got a big long tail on it. I want to do this again. I like this little motif. It's a nice little break in the middle of everything. Signature, create signature. Let's go back. Actually, we can just put it in 6/4. That's fine. It'll still work. It'll just be half as many measures. And then go back. Actually, repeat it twice. And then go back to 5/4. So now we should have a nice little... This will actually work like at a correct, without having to have that weird little... There we go. Here we go. That'll work. 24th, isn't that where you decided it was? It's not a 24th, it's a 32nd maybe? I thought it was... I hate you thing. Yeah, it's a 32nd note is what it is. I don't know why the score is not displaying 30 seconds, but oops. Edit, redo, recording. That's just a little early. You can see that it's early. See if that sounds good over the long term. It sounds like it's not right, but I can't tell if that's because the piano sometimes weirdly lags before I bounce. We could do this. We could, you know, I know the first half of this measure is correct. So we could split by playhead, get rid of the second thing, and just don't erase. And just repeat the whole thing. Actually, we're not going to repeat this twice. Stop! Stop! There's like weird lag in the inputs. I keep hitting space and thinking it's not stopping, so I hit it again. Alright, this does not need to be at measure 74. There. And let's see, what should we do? I don't know why that piano is, like, not on beat, but we'll fix it. It is on beat, it's just... We want this to be really set to a really bright setting, so we want the curve all the way up and the effect to maybe about 75. This is insane. This is insane. Without it, this is what it sounds like. With it. No actual change in decibel level. It just feels bigger. That's insane. Yeah, I'm sorry about that popping. There's nothing I can do about it while streaming except for maybe lower the video quality, which I think I'm going to go back to doing because it's irritating. This needs something else. It needs something very plucked and that fits in with everything. I think it's going to be a guitar. I'm not sure I have good enough acoustic guitar samples. We could do a ukulele. What? put the greatest sound in the world, but let's try adding reverb to it to make it fit in. We'll just let the default load for now. What does that sound like on the ukulele? The problem is that the note velocities are all too high for this patch. Easy to fix. Oh, I'm not changing the right ones, am I? Of course I'm not. Why would I be changing the right patch? I only have it selected. I hate when that happens. And we are saved, so we're good. We can also mess with the actual patch. Solo. I want the sustain is already set to full. That's not good. That's better. I don't like this down here. I kind of like it still in 5/4 better. No, it's not hard. If I can get that stupid quantization to work. That's wrong too. He's supposed to land on that one. Oh, I hate USB latency. I hate it. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put a symbol roll there and we'll just let it cut out. It'll be fine. We're going to stay at 6/4 for a little bit, because what I want to do now is something like something like that. That's not very good, but so it's got to be something very major. Chromatic. Ooh, that's gonna sound kind of cool. That'll sound kind of cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Except for that it needs to be faster than that. It needs to be double that speed, right? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Don't. No, no. These are definitely 8s. If they're not 8s, something is wrong with the universe. Sustain pedal. Not foot control. Sustain pedal. Paste at original position. Don't copy. Cellist. Edit. Paste at original position. Don't copy. Marimba. Paste at original position. A lot of pasting going on here. It's minimalist though. It's okay. F sharp is on F sharp. Should copy this all to all the other ones. Paste to original position. Yes, don't copy. Edit, paste to original. Oops. Don't copy. Control Z. Edit, paste to original position. Don't copy. Edit, paste to original. And why do I have this dialog? Because the one time you actually do want to copy the automation data, it doesn't show it to you if you dismiss it now, which is annoying. I think yes, Ty, come on in. That's a little piercing. Ty, come inside. Come here. Do you need to go outside or something? Is that what you need? Yeah, you need to go outside. I'm gonna take the puppy outside. I'll let this play while I'm gone. Yeah, hold on. Yes, we won't woo. It hurts people's ears. All right. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Need to work on the transitions, but that's okay, that's easy. Very, very Steve Reich 12 pieces or whatever it's called. Very much sounds a lot like Steve Reich. That's okay. I like that though. Something like that. There we go, we can do X-Files. What is it? Da, 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 da. There we go. Start on the right note, or else it won't work. Repeat that melody again. Keep this little cellular thing going on here. Let's do a marimba. Let's make a delayed marimba to back that up. Marimba, delayed marimba. And what we'll do is we'll grab, where's my xylophone track X? We're gonna grab its delay designer. We're gonna put it first, and then its bass designer probably doesn't need to be copied. Oh, and nah. I want to copy it, not move it. There we go. Paste. We're probably gonna have to have this like. Why do I not hear my... What's wrong with this? Oh! Blast it all. I transposed the wrong thing. That should be the marimba. I like that delay. Delay is so cheap. You get so much good stuff out of it that you don't actually compose, but oh well. Ah, it's really hard to record when that delay is still sort of forming. I actually don't like that. What about that? That'll work for now. Something's wrong with the times here. I need to... Fine, okay. It's not 6/4, it's 3/4. I'm just lazy and don't want to change it. That's the problem. No, we've changed it. I don't like this coming in like that. I think it should just... Yeah, we'll work on the transitions. All the transitions are bad. Although a suspended symbol covers all sins. And now this can change to... Ah! It's hard to record that because of all the delay. There's always going to be that little bit of there's always going to be that little. see if we can figure a work around that. I feel like we could. I could just listen to that weird loop at the bottom for hours. What if we did this? Let's try something. This may fail just horrendously, but we're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna switch. Well, we're gonna repeat this so that we've got some continuity between the sections here. And then we're gonna try repeating the whole song. Actually, we're gonna try repeating the beginning, just the beginning of the song, because I want to see if it works. Let's try that again. It's not going to at first. The dogs are outside barking, which means they need inside. Give me just a second. Don't copy. I want to transpose. MIDI transform. Transposition needs to be up by 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones. See if that sounds good. It's in a different time signature, that's why it's... Hold on. There's a reason that doesn't sound good. And the reason is that I didn't change the time signature. The delay will change based on the time signature. There's a way to do this. There's a way to do this. I'm doing it wrong, but there is a way to do that. Okay, so that does sound good if I do it right. Okay, give me a second. I gotta go let the dogs in. And play this section while I'm gone. This should work here by itself. We're not going to start the whole song over. We should be able to repeat this idea again. Oh, it's going to be an R key. MIDI, transform, transpose. It's actually not for, it's, so we're in the Dorian mode. So we're in Dorian. We've changed F sharp, so the F sharp Dorian is B, so it needs to come down. It needs to come down 1, 2, 3.